Rolling.
So you guys get handed the script. What was the emotional impact the same on the page as it was on screen as the film that I saw?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, immediately after reading it, it was just as moving, I think, and it was definitely something I wanted to do right away.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting the script that was a problem for me because Mark didn't want me to read it at first.
Right.
Like, we're gonna wait to see what's going on because I guess he knew what Michelle's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a hold of the script and you read the story, you're gonna want to do it. You're gonna want to tell it. I was incredibly moved by the beauty and passion of this man and what he goes through and the rawness of the whole thing. But I got to say, after seeing the movie, I think the movie is even more moving than the script.
I mean, I was in tears for a good part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was affecting. As actors playing real life people, what are your intentions? Are your intentions more to mimic or to interpret?
Interpret.
Yeah, interpret, absolutely. You know, I had a real loyalty to Lynn, obviously, but you know, I really wanted to capture the essence of her and in the complexity of her, which was so much more than what was on the page, and that's tricky. But it's impossible to do that without sort of spending time with somebody
Right.
and really sort of understanding who they are and clearly what their relationship entailed, and theirs and hers is complete and utter devotion and real grounded in faith.
Where do you think that comes from, that devotion to Sam? Because obviously he was, you know, sometimes a bit tough to live with, right?
And clearly, you know, I think for her, you know, in spending time with her, they've come through the dark side together, and she realizes what he's doing, and she really is kind of the touchstone of really why he's able to go out and do what he's able to do. She is what I consider a quiet giant, and he's very lucky for her.
He is.
So, I mean, a lot of people complain that there aren't strong roles for females in Hollywood. Would you consider this one of the better ones?
Yeah,
definitely?
I would, absolutely,
Good,
absolutely.
And your relationship with Sam, was there an immediate bond? Did you guys get along right away? How did that work?
I mean, by the way, total bond and total test. Like, had the toothpick,
Right.
I guess, coming into his domain with his family.
And he was welcoming with open
He
arms?
was welcoming, but he loved it, you know. He loved it. Here's this Hollywood actor, come here, had to come to me, Pennsylvania. He's like, take this gun. He gives me a gun. I'm like, really? And I hold it, and then I get a little more confidence, and I start waving it around. They all go, whoa, gun's loaded. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, why are you giving me a loaded gun? He actually handed me a loaded gun in a room full of 15 people.
Did you end up shooting with him at all?
I did. Oh, by the way, that was the next moment. Then he's like, come into my back garden, and we start firing
He told me I
shotguns.
was a better shot than you.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. But he didn't, you know, he didn't give you two saw-enough shotguns to go, okay.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, really?
I said, I can't do this. I can't shoot anything. Oh, honey, it's
No,
not
yeah.
about hitting anything.
It's not about it. I said that before, but not with the gun range. Anyway, never failed miserably. He loves his guns, does our Sam, and he had it at the back. We did a bunch of shooting with him.
Are you comfortable with that violent aspect of Sam?
Yeah,
Do you think
I'm telling a story. You know, I got to say, sadly, I love firing guns. You know, I don't agree with the gun law in America, but in terms of being able to fire them at a gun range, or even in a movie, then they're kind of fun to handle. And I went out shooting with. You talk about. Can I just say this? By the way, talk about a better shot. I haven't mentioned this yet. I went out shooting with the Michigan SWAT team.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
this
Right.
is amazing.
I'd forgotten about this.
This is
and I
true.
shot sniper rifle, right? So I know it was pretty far away, like I don't know, 100, 150 yards or something. And I have it all on film, walking in with the Michigan SWAT team, and this guy, you know, it's supposed to this guy, and he's like, got the little boy, and you got to try and shoot him. And we get there, and I'm filming as we walk in. You
And
can't
they're
see from
pulling
that
it in
far away.
and pulling it in, pulling it in.
And suddenly they're going, oh my God, look at this. And I shot 4 times in the head, but it became one hole, 4 different shots in this guy's head. So you don't want to,
Yeah.
you know. And then it disappeared, because I took it back showing it to everybody, and then it disappeared, and it wrapped. I got it as a present from Marc. He framed the whole thing.
Oh,
this huge, but
that's
yeah,
so
I know it's in
nice.
it's back in LA on my wall. It's this,
That's really.
I love the violence, with four bullet holes in his
Do you guys
head.
get emotional talking about this film at times? I read that you teared up recently in an interview talking about this film.
Yeah, I gotta say, now that we're in the press junket, we're talking about it a lot. You do these quick interviews. I don't have time to really. I've not been getting emotional, but yesterday I was doing interviews, and it was my first proper day of press, and it just kind of creeps up. I get very emotional. This was the most emotional movie by far that I did. The most emotional experience, I think, for anybody, an audience member.
Right.